Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi, my name is ALIYA binti HASYMI. My matric number is 2024247742. Today, I would like to present my ALIYA's bookstore inventory system. In this system, I use user-defined linked lists and array list data structures to manage bookstore inventory records. I use linked lists for operations such as storing, searching, and deleting books because it is suitable for dynamic data management. Meanwhile, the array list is used to perform calculations such as total inventory value, average price, minimum and maximum price. The system also supports displaying data from both data structures and copying book records from linked lists into array lists. In addition, I also use a text file named book.txt to load and store book information. This is my book.txt file, which I use to store the book records. Each line represents one book, and the data is separated using semicolons. The format is ISBN, which stands for International Standard Book Number, title, author, category, price, and quantity. When the program starts, the system reads all the records from this text file and stores them into the linked list. This is my book class, which I use as the main object to store book information. The class contains attributes such as ISBN, title, author, category, price, and quantity, same as in book.txt. I created a default constructor to initialize empty values, a normal constructor to store book data when creating an object, and a copy constructor to duplicate an existing book object. Besides that, I use getter and setter methods for each attribute to access and update the book data. The toString method is used to display the book details, while the calcTotal method is used to calculate the total value of a book based on its price and quantity. This is my node class, which I use as the building block for my linked list structure. It is mainly used to support the structure of the linked list, where each node points to the next one. Each node stores a book object as its data and a reference to the next node to form a chain. I created a default constructor to initialize empty values, a constructor that accepts only book data, and another constructor that accepts both data and the next node reference. The getter and setter methods are used to access and update the book data and to connect one node to another in linked list. The toString method is used to display the data in the current node together with the rest of the connected nodes in the list. This is my bookstore linked list class, which I use to manage book data using a linked list structure. In this class, I have three main pointers, which are head, tail, and current. The head represents the first node, the tail represents the last node, and current is used for traversal through the list. I use the default constructor to initialize an empty list. The isEmpty method is used to check whether the list is empty. For data insertion, I use the insert@back method to add a new book at the end of the list. The size method is used to count the total number of books in the list. For traversal, I use getFirst to start from the first node and set the current pointer, and getNext to move through the list node by node. The getLast method is used to retrieve the last book in the list. For deletion operations, I have removeFromBack method to delete the latest book and removeFromFront method to delete the oldest book. For searching, I use search by title method to find a book based on its title. For deletion by specific book, I use delete by ISBN method, which removes a book based on its ISBN and properly updates the links between the nodes. Finally, the print method. It is used to display all books in the linked list. This is my bookstore array list class, which I use to store book data using a fixed size array structure. I define an array of book objects with a maximum capacity of 100 and a size variable to track the current number of books stored. I use a default constructor to initialize the array and set the size to 0. The getNum method is used to return the total number of books, while isEmpty method checks whether the array is empty. For adding data, I use the add method to insert a new book into the array. This method is mainly used when I copy data from linked list into the array list. The display book method is used to show all books stored in the array, while the clear method is used to reset the array before copying new data. For calculation purposes, I use calcTotalValue method to calculate the total value of all books, calcAveragePrice method to find the average price, findMinPrice book, and findMaxPrice book method to identify the cheapest and most expensive books in the system. This is my array list exception class, which I use to handle errors related to the array list. It extends runtime exception and takes a custom message, which is passed using the constructor. This exception is mainly used to handle situations like when the array is full or when operations are performed on an empty array list. Next, this is my empty list exception class, which I use to handle errors for the linked list. It extends runtime exception, same as array list exception, and accepts a custom message through the constructor. This exception is used when trying to access or remove data from an empty linked list. Now, this is my main program called Bookstore app, where the whole system runs. Here, I created two user-defined data structures, which are a linked list to store all book information and an array list, which is used to handle calculations and summary report. Next, the system loads book data from a text file called book.txt. Each line contains book details separated by semicolons. Then, data is extracted and converted into a book object. After that, each book object is inserted into the linked list using the insert@back method. After the data is loaded, the system enters a menu loop. I use a do-while loop so users can keep interacting with the system until they choose to exit. Let's start with the first option. The first option displays all books stored in the linked list. The system simply prints all book details using the print method. The second option allows the user to add new books. The system will prompt the user to enter book details. For data validation, both price and quantity cannot be less than 0. So the system will keep prompting the user until valid input is entered. Once the valid input is received, the system creates a new book object, stores it in the linked list using the insert add back method, and also saves it into the text file. The third option is search. The system prompts the user to enter a book title. Then it uses the search by title method in the linked list to find and display the book if it exists. The fourth option is delete by ISBN. The system prompts the user to enter an ISBN, then use the delete by ISBN method to search and remove the matching book from the linked list. If the book is not found, the system will display an error message. The fifth option is delete the oldest or latest book. The system asks the user to choose either option 1 or option 2. Option 1 uses the remove from method to delete the oldest book, while option 2 uses the remove from back method to delete the latest book. The sixth option copies all data from the linked list to the array list. This is done by using the get first and the get next method to traverse the linked list. Each book is then added into the array list using the add method. During this process, objects are retrieved one by one from the linked list and stored into the array list. The seventh option displays all books stored in the array list using the display book method. Option number 8 is the summary report. It uses several methods from the array list, which are calculate total value, calculate average price, find minimum price book, and find maximum price book to calculate and display the required results. Finally, the ninth option exits the system and display a thank you message before terminating the program. Now, I will demonstrate how the system works. So, when I run the program, the system loads all book data from the book.txt file into the linked list. A success message will appear. Then, the menu appears. I am going to start with option number 1, which displays all books stored in the linked list. This shows all current book records, including ISBN, title, author, category, price, and quantity. We have 5 books in total, which are Strange Houses, Strange Pictures, Strange Buildings, Upipin, and Lawak Campus. Moving on to option number 2, which is to add a new book. Here, I am going to enter the ISBN 999-167-123456-1, title Bobo Boy, author Animonster Studios, category comic, price, and quantity. If I enter a negative value for price or quantity, the system will not accept it and will ask me to re-enter a valid value. Okay, now the data is valid, so the new book is added into the linked list and also saved into the text file. For option number 3, user can search for a book by title. I am going to enter a book title, which is Bobo Boy, and the system will display the book details if it exists in the list. For option number 4, users can delete a book by ISBN. I am going to enter the same ISBN again, and the system will remove the matching book from the linked list, which is Bobo Boy. If the ISBN does not exist, the system will show a message that the book is not found. For option 5, users can choose either to delete the oldest or latest book. The system will remove the selected book accordingly. Here, I choose option 1 to delete the oldest book, which is Strange House. Okay, now, before we proceed with copying the data, let's try to display the array list first. I am going to choose option number 7. The system will display a message saying the array list is empty. Please copy from linked list first, as it is still empty because no data has been transferred from the linked list yet. Moving on to option number 6, users can copy all data from the linked list into the array list, and all books stored inside the linked list will be transferred into the array list. After that, by choosing option number 7, the system displays all books stored in the array list. Now, we only have 4 books left after deleting the book by ISBN and the oldest book in the linked list. User can choose option number 8 to view the summary report. This includes the total value of all books, the average price, as well as the cheapest and most expensive books based on the data in the array list. Then, by choosing option number 9, the system will exit. A thank you message will be displayed, and the program will terminate. Lastly, the default part. If the user enters an invalid option, the system will display an error message to inform the user that selection is not valid and prompt them to choose a correct option from the menu. Overall, this system allows users to manage book data using a linked list and an array list. It supports adding, searching, deleting, copying data, and generating a summary report in a simple and structured way. That's all from me. Thank you for watching.